Hey everyone, I hope you guys can hear me over the washing machine over there. It is a bit loud, but I wanted to jump on here and discuss this topic because it seems like it's everywhere right now. Whenever I open my Facebook or on YouTube, it's something about Taylor Swift. And to be really honest with you, I know people are going to call me lazy for this, and yeah, I'm pretty fucking lazy about this, but all I really know is that apparently her and her boyfriend were at the one of the football games or something, the NFL games, I guess, and they got like however much time of they got like a moment together, like some screen time or something like that, something involving the NFL, whatever. And I know also that apparently her current boyfriend, I think, he is a shady individual, supposedly. I've heard some people say that he's a neo-Nazi or a Nazi or something. I heard that from somewhere. I really don't know if that's true. Whenever someone gets accused of being a neo-Nazi, I take that with a massive grain of salt. So, Taylor Swift just being, a mess in general, and just being her, and there's other drama too, I guess, but it seems like everyone it doesn't like her at the moment, or is like, or I guess maybe it's, I don't know, it's, and then people are calling her, I guess, or not calling her, but I guess the people who are criticizing her and stuff, and are being called misogynistic and all this crap because, of course, because if you criticize one woman, if you criticize one female figure, that means that you obviously have a problem with all women. You criticize one individual who happens to be a woman, you hate all women. You're obviously the biggest misogynist in the world, you massive piece of shit, and how fucking dare you. But yeah, so it's, I'm not familiar with all the intricate details. Everyone has their issue with Taylor Swift for whatever reason that they have, it seems like. And it does seem from the music she produces and from, because a lot of her music, a lot of her songs, not all of her songs, I'm not going to say all of her songs are about it, but, a lot of her songs deal with either breakups or exes or something like that. And if that's any indicator, it does seem that she, dates quite often and is in a lot of failed relationships quite often. And a lot of her songs are about, like, pointing the finger at the ex. But really, at a certain point, if you're in so many relationships that constantly fail, then maybe the problem isn't the people that you're dating after a while, and maybe it is just you. Or maybe she attracts, the wrong sorts of guys or something. But, I feel like maybe it's a bit of both. It's a combination of both. But I just thought that I would state my own issues with Taylor Swift. And honestly, they don't really have anything to do with this current, controversy or drama or anything. And again, I know that I've been very, very lazy as far as my research on this goes, because quite frankly, it's dealing with a fucking celebrity. Who fucking really cares with the current state of things right now? I say who really cares as I'm making a video, but you get what I'm saying. I just want to come on here and give my own perspective on this, because like I said, it's got nothing to do with the current guy she's with or whatever. But my problem with Taylor Swift is that she kind of encompasses everything that's kind of wrong with the modern, entertainment industry, I guess, at least in terms of, music and stuff. Because with Taylor Swift, I won't say that she's completely and totally without any talent at all. I'm sure that she has some talent to some degree. But, one of my issues with her is that I've just never found her to be that good. I've heard her sing live a few times, and she doesn't seem to be that particularly good of a singer. Her songs as far as her pop songs go, because she used to mainly do, I think, country music or country pop or something like that back in the day. I remember her songs playing when I was in middle school. I found, even back then, I found her to be really annoying, and I found her songs to be obnoxious, and they all just sounded the same. And really, as she's moved more into like just straight up pop music, her songs still sound the same, more or less. That's not to say that the lyrics are the same, but just the general feel and substance to them all seems the same. Her music is very, very. It just feels by the numbers in terms of like modern day pop music. It just feels very, very, very corporatized and just not original. It doesn't impress me. You know, when she was a country country singer or whatever, I didn't like her then. I found her stuff to be annoying. And today, not only do I find her music to be not really, I mean, it is kind of annoying. Some of her songs are annoying. Others I just don't think are really anything that big of a deal. They don't really, you know, I don't see what the big deal is. Again, they just sound like by the numbers, just generic pop songs from like the last decade of modern day pop music. But you know, now I find her to be annoying in general too. Now, I can't speak to whether she's actually like a good person or a bad person. I mean, I don't, obviously I don't know her in person. I never will know her in person. But if her music is anything to go by, and if, you know, what we know about the drama surrounding her constantly is anything to go by, I think it wouldn't be unfair to say that she's definitely a toxic person with some baggage or a lot of baggage, wherever that baggage comes from. And, you know, I guess that's kind of another one of my problems with her. But moving back to the talent thing, again, I won't say that she's completely without talent altogether, but I do think that she's quite mediocre at the end of the day. I think that I made this comment on a post, one of my friends' posts who was posting about this, and I said that I think a lot of her talent is very, very manufactured and corporatized. I think it's all a bunch of hype. I think that because she has a massive, massive fucking fan base and is super, super fucking popular, that her talent is massively overstated. And you can say that about many other like modern day, like, you know, pop stars or any artist in the modern day, or even way back when. I mean, you can say that about, you know, almost any celebrity, because opinions are subjective, of course. But yeah, I don't feel that Taylor Swift is that good. Again, she kind of is a perfect example of the fact that, especially today in the more modern sense, you don't necessarily have to be all that good or all that talented in order to blow up and be super, super, super successful and wealthy and stuff like that. So that's another one of my problems with her. So I mean, really in general, what I'm really trying to say is I've never cared for Taylor Swift. Even before all this bullshit, I still never cared for her. You know, way back when, in like the late 2000s, early 2010s, when she was still doing like the country music stuff, I found her music annoying. I didn't know about her. Like, as far as her as a person, I didn't know. I mean, she seemed like a fine person. I just didn't care for her music. I thought it was obnoxious. But now, today, it just seems like it sits both. It's not only is her music obnoxious, but she's also just kind of an obnoxious person. I know for the longest time as well, like a big thing with Taylor Swift is that she was apolitical. And she didn't really speak on politics, which is one of the few things that I could actually give her, was that she didn't get political, which I appreciated. But I guess the peer pressure got to her, and eventually she did come out and start being political. And of course, when she did, it was the stereotypical, you know, neoliberal, like progressive political talking points and all that stuff. And, you know, she jumped aboard the fucking third, fourth wave feminism bandwagon, and started talking about women and how, women are oppressed and men bad and stuff and all this crap. And even though, she's a living testament to the fact that women are not at all oppressed in modern day society, considering the fact that she's worth I think over $1 billion at this point. Okay, yeah, you're just super oppressed. Women are super oppressed. I mean, you're probably fully in the 1% class in society, but yeah, you along with many other women, but yeah, women are totally oppressed, can't succeed at all, don't have, that's a whole other topic entirely. I don't want it to go off into that. But yeah, it's just another thing, like when, she was apolitical and she started getting political, and it was just the usual fucking Hollywood, mainstream media, liberal garbage. So yeah, I've always had issues with Taylor Swift. I've always been critical of her. Maybe in the beginning, not so much of her, more of her music. I just didn't really care for it. Again, I thought it was just annoying, obnoxious. I'm not really a big country music fan anyway, so that could also have something to do with it. But her pop music, her newer pop music, again, it is what it is. I don't find it to be that, impressive or anything. It doesn't really stand out that much from a number of other pop songs that you could pull from like the last decade or something, and it sounds, again, very, very just manufactured, just generic manufactured pop songs, really. Except there's like an element of spite to a lot of them. So, yeah. So I guess that's really all I wanted to say. But, again, I'm seeing all this Taylor Swift shit everywhere. And people have an issue with her for one reason or another. Everyone's got their own reasons. People saying that, calling other people misogynistic for criticizing her, having a problem with her. No. I don't understand that. Like, why is it that celebrities like Taylor Swift, whenever they get any amount of, like, substantial criticism, like, people just fucking flood out of the woodwork to defend, her and celebrities like her on her caliber? Like, she's again, she is in the 1%. She's worth how many millions, if not billions of dollars, has all the fucking resources in the world, and people are going to get bent out of shape because some nobodies like me come out and have a problem with her for one reason or another, decide to give her criticism. Yeah, like I don't really understand that. I'm sure that she will be fine. I'm sure that when I make this video and publish it, she will be just fine. She'll probably never see this video, and she will be fine, after some random dude, a nobody from Massachusetts, she'll be just fine after my video comes out being, critical of her. I'm sure that she will recover. I'm sure that she'll recover and she'll just continue to go on about her life and probably break up with her current boyfriend, write an album about it, and then continue on to the next guy that she'll write another album about. Rinse and repeat. So I'm sure everything will be just fine. I wonder if I'm going to get some of those crazy Taylor Swift fans that I'm always hearing about, because that's always been a running joke, it seems like, is that Taylor Swift's fan base is like, very, very, like, almost cult-like and stuff. That's just what I hear. But anyways, that's it for this one. So let me know what you guys think. And I mean, if any of you out there want to make your own videos about it, I'd love to hear it. So, yep, that's it. Peace out. And you guys have a good day. Or night, whatever time of day it is for you currently.